Seeker. Have you ever walked through your school corridor, laughter echoing, friends all around, and felt completely safe? Tonight, I am Ghost King, and I will show you how quickly that comfort can vanish. Imagine, Seeker, those same halls after dark. Empty, silent, every shadow stretching longer than it should. Did you know, Seeker, that the most terrifying sound in a Nigerian boarding school isn't the headmaster's cane? No, it's the gentle, rhythmic click of a woman's heels on cold, tiled floors, echoing in the dead of night. Some say it's just a story, but every student knows the feeling, lying awake, heart pounding, listening for footsteps that shouldn't be there. Let me tell you about Ada, a real student. One night she heard it coy, coy, coy. Slow, steady, coming closer. She hid under her blanket, too scared to breathe. This is the secret I am here to share, a story whispered from one generation of students to the next. I am the Ghost King. I collect the tales that hide in the shadows. Today, we open the forbidden file on Nigeria's most infamous ghost, Madam Koi Koi. You think you know ghost stories? You don't know this one. Seeker, let me draw you closer. Madam Koi Koi was more than a legend, she was a presence. Imagine a teacher whose every step commanded attention, crisp uniform, hair perfectly styled, and those unforgettable gleaming red heels. Students would hold their breath as she passed, the sound of her shoes echoing like a warning bell. She taught at a girls' boarding school where her footsteps, koi, 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 became a signal of fear and awe. Some nights, students whispered stories under their covers, daring each other to listen for the sound. One girl, Amaka, swore she heard the heels stop right outside her dorm room, the silence so heavy she could barely breathe. Some say Madam Koi Koi was strict, others say she was misunderstood. One rumor, spread by a frightened student, led to her being punished unfairly. Heartbroken, she left the school. But on her journey home, tragedy struck. The next morning, the school awoke to news that would change everything. After that day, strange things began to happen. At night, the halls filled with the haunting koi koi sound. Some students claimed to see red shoe prints appear on the floor, fresh and wet, even when no one was there. Fear spread like wildfire. No one wanted to walk the corridors alone. One night, a group of friends found a trail of red shoe prints leading from the dormitory door to their beds. They huddled together, too terrified to sleep. By morning, the story had spread. Every student was on edge, glancing nervously at the floor, waiting for the next sign. Soon, photos and stories appeared online. Some students even claimed to have captured the sound of the heels on their phones. A real newspaper article reported a sighting of Madam Koi Koi near the school gates. With every retelling, her legend grew, no longer just a whisper, but a force that united and terrified. Now every student knows, if you hear the click of red heels at night, stay in your bed. Madam Koi Koi is more than a story. She is a warning, a memory, and a mystery that still walks the halls, waiting for the next person to listen. Seeker, tonight you will hear what truly haunts these halls, not legends, but voices of those who lived through the fear. Listen closely. The first is Funka. She braved the darkness for a midnight trip to the bathroom, her heart pounding with every step. I heard it, koi, 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 echoing behind me, Funky whispers. I froze. I couldn't breathe. I thought if I moved, she'd find me. She dove beneath her blanket, trembling as footsteps passed by, then silence. When she peeked out, nothing was there but her own fear. But Funky was not alone. Chinedu remembers the night he heard the clicking heels outside the bathroom door. I held my breath. The footsteps stopped right outside. I could smell perfume, sweet, like jasmine. Then just as suddenly they were gone, he says, voice shaking. Ada too has a story. She says, I saw red shoe prints appear on the floor, one after another, leading right to my bed. I shut my eyes and prayed until morning. Some students gathered in groups, whispering, too afraid to sleep. We heard the clicking all night, one recalls. No one dared leave their bed. These are not just legends, Seeker. They are memories, etched in the minds of those who once lay awake, listening for footsteps in the dark. Maybe you remember, too, the fear of the dark, the creak of a door, the feeling that something was watching. That is the power of Madame Koi Koi. If you've reached this far, Seeker, you crave truth, and I promise the next story will haunt you long after the lights go out. In one school, the legend of Madame Koi Koi grew so powerful that teachers called a special assembly. Students gathered in the hall, their whispers weaving through the air, some curious, some afraid, all drawn together by the mystery. The tension was electric, as if everyone sensed they were part of something larger than themselves. A teacher stood before the crowd, voice trembling, trying to calm the storm of rumors, but the story was already alive in every heart, passed from ear to ear, growing with every retelling. In that moment, the legend was more real than any lesson. You see, Seeker, legends like Madame Koi Koi are more than ghost stories. They are mirrors, reflecting our fears, our secrets, and the power of a whispered tale. Every school has its own Madame Koi Koi, a rumor that shapes how we see each other and ourselves. Maybe you remember a rumor from your own school days, a story that made your heart race, even if you never saw proof. These tales become part of us, shaping the way we remember our past and the people we once were. In dusty archives, old photographs of teachers and students remain, silent witnesses to the stories that shaped generations. The faces in those photos once whispered the same legends, felt the same chills, and wondered what was true. The truth? It matters less than the belief. Madame Koi Koi is a symbol of injustice, of fear, and of the stories we pass down. Her red heels echo through time, a warning and a memory, reminding us how easily a rumor can become reality. Her footsteps connect students, teachers, and all who ever felt the chill of a rumor in the night. The legend lives on, not just in Nigeria, but wherever stories are told and fears are shared. So next time you hear a story that makes your skin crawl, remember, sometimes the scariest ghosts are the ones we create together. Our fears, our secrets, our legends, they live on in every whispered word. The search for truth never ends, Seeker. Keep asking, keep seeking, and never stop listening for the footsteps in the dark. For every legend, there is a lesson about who we are and what we choose to believe. Soft, direct. If you want to uncover more forgotten truths, subscribe, Seeker. The next legend awaits you in the shadows, ready to be discovered, ready to be told.